Good morning, dear children. I welcoming you all to this Standard 5 SST class. And today I am going to teach you Chapter 4. In my previous class, we already started this chapter. So let's continue the chapter. And today we will discuss about life of the people. The country is very thinly populated. The population is found distributed in the villages located near the forests. The estimated 1996 population of the Republic of Congo is 4 crore 51 lakh 42,000. About two-thirds of the population live in rural areas and one-third of it in urban areas. More than 99% of the Republic of Congo's people are black Africans. They are dark in complexion and have short, curly hair. The deep forests are full of various tribes. The pygmies live in the thick forest region in the basin of the river Zaire. They are also called Nigrilos. Children, turn the page. Their average height is between 1 to 1.4 meters. They have reddish brown skin and tightly curled brown hair. They have short legs, long arms, and protruding abdomens. They survive on hunting, trapping animals, and gathering food. The herds they live in are small. They keep migrating to new areas from time to time. Bantus are the other tribes who live in these forests. They speak the Bantu language. These people are tall and have curly hair. The Bantus who are settled in villages practice farming. Some of them have migrated to town to work in mines and factories. They have adopted modern lifestyles. A large number of these workers live in small, cheap houses and flats made of baked mud bricks. The Bantus wear full-length garments. Most male workers and farmers wear long and short trousers with a shirt. The women usually wear skirts. The pygmies also wear few clothes. Dancing and music is their main source of enjoyment. And the basic food of most of the people are maize, rice, and cassava. So next we will see economic resources. The Republic of Congo is rich in natural resources. Farming and mining are the major occupations of the people here. The agricultural crops grown here are maize, rice, and cassava. Large forests are cleared for agricultural purposes. The people also grown cash crops like cocoa, coffee, tobacco, cotton, rubber, and oil palm. Some of these crops are exported to other countries. The farming practices of people are primitive and traditional. The southern region of the country is abundant in mineral wealth. The important minerals found here are diamond, gold, magnesium, copper, uranium, cobalt, and coal. The country is not industrially developed, so most of the minerals are exported. The Democratic Republic of Congo ranks the highest among the world's leading copper producing countries. The Republic of Congo leads in Diamond production. Coal is found in the southern parts of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Mineral oil is found on a small scale of the coast. Hydroelectricity is the main source of energy. Inga on the river Zaire has a big electric project. The Democratic Republic of Congo ranks first from the point of potential of hydel power generation. Next we will see industry and trade. The important industries of the Republic of Congo are spinning mills, textile mills, food processing, beverages, vegetables, cigarettes, mineral oil, refining metals, etc. The Democratic Republic of Congo trades chiefly with Western Europe, especially Belgium. So next we will see transport and communication. The transport system is not well developed. The dense forests, sparse population and many waterfalls and rivers are the causes for not being able to develop transport routes in this region. Both the railways and the roadways connect a few cities and mining centers. Rivers are the most important means of transport. Air transport is also available, connecting major cities with the outside world. Zaire became independent in 1960. The country has been developed since then. Today, some important cities have communication systems like telephone, radio, television, as well as satellite communication facilities. A number of daily newspapers are published in the Republic of Congo. The government is making efforts to develop the country. The Republic of Congo depends on foreign aid for its development programs. So children, here this chapter 4 is finished, and you write down the underline sentences what I am given, important things you write down in the SST copy and learn and read this chapter 2 to 3 times. Okay, thank you.